Um, I think that during the COVID pandemic, the delivery apps has been a great help because of the quarantine, I didn't really get a chance to go outside, and the government really don't want people to go outside and to minimizing the risk. So delivery apps has been a really great way for me to get all my groceries and also other necessities, as well as if I want to buy like something on the internet, I can do the same thing through the online markets. And even though they've been around for a long time, I think that only now I realize that they are really revolutionary since no one gets to go outside. So I get to get all my products just as home by only paying a very little amount of fee to get all these services and convenience. I think it also helped a lot in helping everyone fighting against the pandemic since we have much less people going around, so there's a lesser chance of people getting affected. So I do think that the risks are now being offloaded to the drivers. I think they have sufficient security measures to make sure that they will not be affected during their transportation of the goods.
Okay, thanks for your opinion.
Oh, yes. My name is Sam. It's a pleasure to do this interview with you, Fom. I'm from London and I have moved to Vietnam recently in the last few years and I've been enjoying my time here
I see,
very
I
much.
see.
I moved to Vietnam maybe half a year or a year or so before the pandemic. Roughly a year, I would say, before
Mm,
the pandemic.
I see.
So I got to experience life before and after the pandemic.
Oh, I see.
Yes, yeah. I kind of had some warning time, a premonition to prepare myself for it. Oh, yes. I would say that the pandemic was both a blessing and a curse. The blessing of it was that you got to slow down and it kind of forced you to become more reflective and introspective, especially when you think about taking a breather from your workspace. You had to acclimatize to your home environment, and what came with that was ordering groceries more online and relying on just the local supermarkets next door to me to try to survive. Yes, I've always loved using Grab ever since I entered Vietnam. But I felt myself relying on Grab a lot more during the pandemic. And then I kind of just adjusted to that habit of using Grab often. And so from the pandemic and even after the pandemic, I've just acquired this habit of using Grab whenever I need it and whenever I see fit to use it, I will use it. I can see how beneficial it is and how helpful it is in assisting me in my life. Yeah, I would say Grab is has particularly been good to me in terms of its efficiency, its it's
Convenience?
always been there. Yeah, it's convenience. It's always been there, whether it's day, whether it's night. As long as there's some road users that are willing to provide the service, you it's just nothing. It's just no problem.
I see.
And what I love about Grab the most is like when you click on the app, it's like you're opening a catalog of all the best food restaurants
I
available
see.
at your disposal.
I
That's what I
see.
love. That's exactly true. So I would see it would come up. It would list me all the best food restaurants that are within a few kilometers of me, and then it will constantly recommend similar ones that I bought from previous. And they're like, "Have you tried this Japanese restaurant? Have you tried this Mexican restaurant? Have you tried this Indian restaurant?" And it never disappoints. It's never disappointed me, I would say. Thus far, I've been lucky, I guess.
I see.
yeah, they cater for my needs in that sense. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you so
Thanks. I
much,
appreciate.
Sam.
Yeah, no worries. My pleasure.
Alright, I think it's time to talk about the past analysis a bit. We should first start with the political aspect of things. With the new government regulations, including data privacy, labor laws, and food safety, it has significantly affected the operations of multiple delivery apps. Uh, for us, it means that we must, allocate our resources carefully in compliance of the law and maintain a certain level of transparency to gain trust of both the customer and the government. In terms of trade policies, this has also affected multiple delivery service providers around the world, in which the tariffs or import and export regulations has impacted their costs as well as the availability of goods. For us, this means that we must keep a close eye on the trade policies of our country to foresee the to predict any supply chain disruptions and preemptively adapt the prices. Uh, for the economic side of things, we have the economical growth, which impacts customer spending as well as demand. And in case of an economic downturn, it can lead to reduced spending and order volume. This means that we must modify our marketing strategy as well as our pricing during the shifts of the economic market to suit our and to adapt to our customers' behavior. And for the inflation rates, high inflation rates can raise costs not just for delivery apps but for almost everything else, as well such as fuel and wages, and potentially resulting in a higher fees or lower profits for us. Um, this indicates that we should have a separate version of the app for shippers and for consumers, with the shippers provided with optimized routing and maybe a potential use of electric vehicles to reduce costs in terms of fuel and time on the road. For the social cultural uh, factors, the evolving consumer lifestyles, including urbanization and time constraints, which has been growing more and more, has driven the demand for delivery apps. With less time to spend for themselves, they are not more incentivized to go outside and buy things themselves, instead relying on delivery services to get what they need. Online food and product ordering has become an essential today, and this means that this has an implication that our app must continually to innovate and offer more personalized services to meet demand. In terms of health and wellness trends, this has been a rising trend in recent decades across the world, with more and more health-conscious consumers demanding healthier food and more dietary options such as keto or vegan, and necessitating delivery apps to collaborate with restaurants around the country or around the area to provide more nutritious and more customizable menus to suit the palate of many people. This means that our app needs to provide clear ingredient labels and nutritional info for the health-focused customers. Uh, Lastly, the technological factors, which includes the leaps and bounds of advancement that the mobile technology has made in recent years, which increased smartphone usage and mobile tech usage. This has transformed the app industry as a whole and the delivery app industry specifically, with new features like real-time tracking, NFC payment, and personalized suggestions, improving the user experience. The implications of this factor, it means that our apps must engage in a competitive way in terms that we must provide a smoother user experience as well as more streamlined and easy to use app to our users compared to our competitors. For the payment technologies, digital wallets and contactless payment using NFC technologies has transformed how we use not just delivery app, but how we pay for everything now, making transactions quick, secure, and hassle-free. This also means that our app must have user-friendly payment options to provide convenience, added security, and efficiency, attracting more customers. For the competing product analysis, we chose Grab and DHL as our competitors. DHL has an app called MyDHL Plus, through which customer can order a delivery service. Grab, their main features are instant delivery, same-day deliveries, bulk orders, delivery for items big and small, of various sizes, not just big and small, and as well as different categories including food, drinks, and anything you can think of. It has competitive pricing and real-time tracking as any other leader in the market nowadays, with all as well as insurance up to around $1,300. And for DHL, it is a well-known global leader with multiple service options and envelope shipping, on-demand delivery, packaging requirements, as well as reliability and global coverage. The benefits of using Grab are convenience, speed, flexibility, affordability, security, and track and trace. For MyDHL, it provides you with multiple service options. It is easy to use. It has on-demand delivery. It is very reliable, as this is one of the biggest delivery brand around the world. It has global coverage, track and trace, as well as custom information. The main strength of Grab is that in operating in such a local market, it has a higher safety and quality margin, as well as multiple payment options, a more robust feedback system, as well as flexible bookings, and a double drop-off option for riders around the country. Just around the city. In terms of for MyDHL, it is worldwide coverage. It has some of the most technological advanced services in the delivery industry. It has a strong brand value and an excellent financial position as an international brand. The main weakness for Grab, though, however, it has low incentives for drivers, and it has multiple system glitches throughout the year, as well as difficulty for the customers to make reservations during rush hours with unfair fare races. Furthermore, some of the drivers show an unprofessional behavior in which the customer has no control over them. For DHL, however, it is mainly their weak marketing strategy that has not propelled them into one of the leading delivery service providers in Vietnam. In terms of market position, Grab is definitely a leader. It is one of the biggest platforms in the country, but it has some challenges in terms of Gojek or B in terms of pricing and offers. For MyDHL, it is one of the leaders in Global Express, along with FedEx and UPS, with all the brands maintaining a high reputation. In terms of for the general strategy, Grab chose to use a cost leadership strategy. I'm sorry. Grab used a focus strategy, which it focused on consumer comfortability, provide the fastest and best services in terms of the local express, which MyDHL is differentiated, which it incorporates digital transformation, but still harnessing the power of long-term growth in their core logistics business. At the same time, investing in digitalization to enhance the experience of customer as well as employees and operational excellence.
Our delivery app targets the 13 to 25 age group in Vietnam, a tech-savvy demographic seeking convenience and value. The app is designed with a user-friendly interface for easy ordering and offers a wide range of choices. We prioritize quick, reliable services and provide cost-effective promotions. This strategic approach allows us to cater effectively to our target demographic, meeting their specific needs and consumption habits. These are 4 main benefits: ease of use, fast and reliable service, wide range of choices, and promotions and discounts.